Hey everyone, and welcome back to T&A Motorsports Shop Talk, episode number 8. That's for Amanda over there, she's number 8. Tonight we got me, Amanda, Aaron, and Terry, and maybe some secret guests that might stop by. So let's get started and see if they ever show up. So what's going on, guys?
What's happening?
Hello.
How's it going? How's it going, guys?
What's up, John Perkins?
Sam's here too.
Hey, John's first. Yay. No, Marquise is first. Nope, that's the wrong fucking one I'm looking at.
Terry's
There it
watching last week.
I'm trying to find the nights.
We'll wait for Terry to find it.
No, you're fine. I have to find it because I can't read the shit on the main screen in front of me.
As you guys see, that Mr. Bach over I'm So Fast is carrying that T&A banner again with a nice 6th place finish at Rockingham. Good job there, buddy.
Thanks. 2 weeks in a row.
Congratulations.
Yeah, your back's going to start hurting soon, too.
Yeah, John Perkins says at least he won something. Were you on the pole last night again?
I don't know who did get the pole last night. Hang on.
I've got it.
Oh, yeah, Terry's got it. Terry's our stats man tonight. His notebook. Thanks, Michael Fogg. Printed about an hour ago.
Who the fuck got the pole?
Oh, somebody's hopping. Oh boy, hang on. Let me adjust some stuff. We got somebody creeping in here.
No, for fuck's sakes. I actually hoping Chris might know who got the pole last night.
Vincent.
Yeah, Vincent Arthur. That's right.
Wow, I didn't write that down. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, it's too bad he had computer issues. He was fast last night, too.
Why can't we hear Chris?
Because he's muted right now. Calm down, Terry. Relax.
Well, Jack, here's the deal. I'm the best there
Thankfully,
is.
we can still hear you.
I wake up in the morning,
That's good. That's good. Well,
Hi, Mom.
while what's his name's dicking with Chris, I'll go over a couple things last night. It was a hard 240 laps. There ain't no mistake about that, man.
Not really. You didn't run 240, did you?
I did not. So we'll look at Aaron. Aaron had an awesome run last night. Started 24th. He did not qualify, but he still didn't. Fucking got a 6th place finish, man. Awesome job by you, Aaron.
Started 25th.
That's what I said, 25th and it's 6th.
You said 24th.
I told you I'm fucking tired, man. But on the points, you went up 4 spots from 18th to 14th. You also led 6 laps last night, bud. So I didn't get to see when you led your 6 laps. Was that towards a stage or towards a caution that we may have had that kept you from getting more, or what?
When we had that first caution, I was towards the back. So I went in and topped off, and then with 1 to go, I topped off again. So I was able to go a little farther than the guys up front. And so I stayed out and led when they all pitted for fuel then.
So out of all 4 of us, you are the only one that got any laps last night, and good job on that, man. Like I said, you got a top 10, got a point for leading. I mean, you've done a great job. I took 44 past me a bunch last night.
Everybody passed you.
Everybody passed me a bunch last night. That's for sure.
Chris, move your camera down a little bit.
Chris,
move your camera. There you go. There you go. You're muted, too.
He's going to start cussing at himself here in a minute because he don't know what the fuck's going on. So I'll go on down the line. So I started 27th. I didn't qualify, of course. Finished 21st. Hey, I moved up a couple spots, but I did move up 2 places in the points. I'm at 35 now instead of 37th. So, what,
Terry,
what, Chris? Yeah,
I've been shooting some zingers at you, and you couldn't hear them.
No, I heard about some of them though, bud.
I understand last night you ran about 127 laps. Is that about right?
Let's see. We ran 240. I ran 132, I think.
132. Okay.
More than me.
No, wait, no, 240. What? We ran 240.
Yeah, I
right?
ran 240.
Ran 242.
I ran
232.
Yeah, like 232 somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Terry and his
surprised.
math.
Right. So Amanda,
wrong.
you started 15th, finished 22nd. I mean, you had just a hell shit race last night. I don't know, like I say, Corey has some stuff we'll look at here in a little bit. But I know you got hung up or caught up in somebody hitting you. I don't remember who it was.
It wasn't even all of it. I tagged the wall twice, little kisses, didn't do much damage to it, but coming off some of the corners a little too hard, kissed the wall twice, got pushed up into the wall, and after that, I couldn't get her to run right at all. Like, I set her up so she'd be tight. That's what she said. I really liked that, but after that hit, she was loose, and I couldn't break high 25 seconds, where I was consistent low 24s during practice. I felt good. But after that, it was just survive and stay the hell out of everybody's way.
Go with Corey real quick. Corey started 12th, had a hell of a qualifier.
No,
finished
I
20.
didn't. I was a
Oh,
lot
you
better. You
man.
watched the broadcast? I smacked the wall on my second lap.
I heard you say you smacked the wall.
Did
You
you
saw
watch the
both?
broadcast, Terry?
I did not.
Terry.
Just for future reference, that's not a question you have to ask him, Corey.
Why am I even doing it if you're not watching it?
I'll watch it tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's when I do it. Is on Tuesdays. So what the fuck are you doing, Corey? Yeah, exactly. But,
that wasn't even for Bockover.
I know.
Aaron needed to slide closer to you.
But Corey, you dropped in points, man. Dropped 2 from 8th to 10th. But three of us had a real shit show last night, I think. Aaron done an awesome job, like I said already. Chris, you watched the whole fucking race. What's your thoughts on it?
It was about what I expected, except for just how dominant Gruenberg. Jesus, I mean, that guy was unbelievable. The only guy that had anything
like
for
8
him.
tire changes. Like, how did he even have old tires at all?
Yeah, the only guy that had anything for him was Vincent Arthur before he had a computer problem. And even then, I don't know if he would have kept up. I mean, he was on fire.
What's up,
That
Kyle?
said, I do have to say congratulations to Aaron for carrying the banner this week again, second time in a row. And that, Aaron, was the best race for you of the season. And I'm not just talking because you finished well, but you never sped on pit road. You kept your nose clean. You almost got into one and didn't. It was a hell of a race.
That was a good miss on that one. You went right around that.
Yeah, that one worried me. I even wrote that down. It was like on lap 50, I think, or something like that. That I thought, oh, here goes my race.
Mm-hmm.
When 76 got into the wall.
I saw you and TBB almost doored each other too.
TBB did door me.
I think that's in your clip when you were in the lead.
I think he thought I was the 3 and it was going to get him somewhere. I don't know. Because I saw he got you yesterday in practice.
Came over with the radio because I was in the air so long. I'm like, I'm flying through the air right now. We'll watch that real quick.
Never in Martinsville is now a driver again because he won.
Oh,
today.
Corey. Oh, it's big time air. Oh, and he's in VR. Oh, man.
You notice now there's a new car that ended that. Hit him again. That was Taylor.
Landed on my wheels, though. She wouldn't move, though.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
TBB saw his opportunity and went for it.
Yeah, I've never heard that much excitement out of him this far in all the races. And I heard him yell out Corey's name. I think it scared the shit out of him for a second.
So, I'll make this announcement later. Remind me to do an announcement after a bit before this thing ends.
Okay.
So Chris, actually, Aaron, you guys, lap 3, we had a fucking caution.
Yeah.
Who's other than my mind, who kept going through the minds like, oh fuck, I hope it isn't going to be this way this race is going to be.
I thought it was going to be like that.
That's why I didn't qualify. I really expected a lot more cautions. I mean, I'm glad there wasn't. I thought it was a really good race. What did we have? Five cautions, but 2 of those were for stages, right? So we really only had 3 caused cautions, which was not what I was expecting at all. Like I said, I'm glad it's like that. I'm glad the cautions are getting better, but that's not what I was expecting just because Rockingham's such a bumpy track, and I expected more.
Well, that's why I went on and qualified, because I wasn't going to qualify, and then I was like, oh, I think I could beat that pole time, and I went out there, then I hit the wall on my second lap, and I was like, oh, fuck, I'm starting mid-pack now. I'm like, this sucks. But then I kind of fell back to like 18th, 19th, and then that early caution, me and you went in for fuel to get to the back again, so
right,
it kind of worked out, but at the end it didn't.
Well, that's why I didn't qualify. I didn't want to be in the middle of the pack. But the way my season's gone, I was like, it really doesn't matter where I start. If there's going to be a caution, I'm going to be involved in it.
So I don't know if you guys actually looked at the stats from last night, how everything finished. I mean, we all know we only had 2 cars on the freaking lead lap after the end of the race. We had 5 cars, 1 lap down, 6 cars, 2 laps down, 9 cars, 5 or more, and we had 5 disconnects last night. I don't know what the hell's going on with these disconnects all of a sudden again. I don't know if it's the guys saying, well, fuck, I ain't going to win. Why should I stay? Is that why they're leaving?
Well, my
at
motor...
Least two,
yeah,
at
my
least
motor
2 of those were computer issues, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had 2 people with computer issues or throughput issues, if you will.
Right.
And you had Corey, who, let's face it, he wasn't coming back.
No, my motor blew with, I think, 60 or 70 to go, and I had
Right.
31 minutes of repairs. So.
Oh, wow.
So if you subtract those out, the numbers actually aren't that bad.
Okay.
You
So
know,
I know, Corey, you said about your motor blowing, and I think Amanda, hers was on the verge of it, and so was mine.
Yeah, that's all we heard on our team speakers. Is my motor going to blow? I think so. Yeah, I think mine's going to blow too.
Terry,
Yeah.
just a very quick question. How
Sure.
in the heck was your motor going to blow? You weren't even using the darn thing.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
pretty sure in the broadcast, you're going to have to find this, Corey. Go into the broadcast. I'm pretty sure you'll see an oar out the side. I don't know.
So I don't know if
He has
you
one
guys
of those
caught it.
slow-moving vehicles on his windshield and his rear windshield.
So, Chris, I ain't sure if you guys even caught it. There was one point, and I slammed right into the back of him. Then that little bit of damage caused me to start overheating for the rest of the race. So, one minute I'd be running a 26 second. 5 minutes later, I might get down to a 24. Not very rarely, but not very often. But then, hey, you're overheating again, so I back off of it again.
You did say a couple times I came up alongside you and I had fresh tires. I would say, Terry, I'm going to go low. You're like, that's fine. I got to let off because I'm starting to get too hot. I got to slow down.
Yeah, it sucked because at one point I could get out there and just haul ass. Then I got to let everybody go again.
It did feel different last night. Like I've been in practices and officials where I've hit the wall and didn't have that much trouble with my car, but my engine was screaming at me the last, I'd say 100 laps screaming, and I really thought I was going to blow up too.
Well, knowing what was going on with Terry's car last night on the broadcast, what you were getting lapped, and Chris said something about you being lapped, and I just thought of Atlanta, and I thought, and he ain't done yet.
Yeah, we actually yelled that out because Terry hit the wall in front of me and Aaron. We're like, he ain't done yet on TeamSpeak.
I think I brushed it twice at that point too. At the same time, brushed it twice. So, well.
There's another big number, Terry, that you haven't brought up yet. I'm looking at it from last night. 11 people with 0 incident points at the Rock. That is, out of 27 drivers, that's pretty damn impressive.
You had 0, didn't you, Aaron?
Yeah, I had 0.
Nice.
That's why I was trying so hard to get back on the lead lap there at the very end, so that I get the what is it, just 1 bonus point for that? But whatever it is, I was trying to get that bonus point also.
Yeah, you ended up with 2 bonus points last night, Aaron. I think 1 for leading a lap too, right?
Yeah, and then I got 1 for actually finished 10th on the first stage.
So I mean, just Other than that fucking Charlotte race you keep wanting to watch, I mean, you did a hell of a job last night.
2.9 trillion views so far. It was literally at 2
I got that clip.
trillion last night.
Rick talked about the IP address on that. It's probably a lot of it me getting on there to forward it to these guys going, hey, have you seen this?
He's got it on a continuous loop, though, too.
Let's see Aaron's clip. This is when Aaron took the lead there, and we'll watch that.
Long season, a lot of extra bonus points. Like each extra point matters, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is so fast, he just led a lap. First time this season, I think. Aaron Bockover, your race leader.
And Aaron also asked me to say this. I know he didn't. But if you guys ever want to watch a really good race, go back to last season in the T&A ARCA cars to the championship race at Charlotte. He won there. He wouldn't tell you that he won there, but he won there.
Yeah, you'll know you're watching the right race when you're watching the views on it. You see 2 trillion views.
Long season, a lot of extra bonus.
Yeah, they said there's 2 trillion views from the same IP address.
I know pit stops, which was great to see.
Mm-hmm.
And people were stretching fuel mileage in order to get those laps led. Aaron, you had a very interesting strategy because you came down pit road that first pit stop, lap 3.
Yeah, that first caution. Corey and I both came down.
Yeah, and you guys ended up taking fuel, which really helped you at the end of the first stage.
Yeah, I'm not knocking any of these guys, but how they save fuel, and honestly, at the time, I don't even think about clutching it like they do and as early as they do, and I'm not knocking them. They've won some races, but it's just amazing how much fuel they're saving at that point.
Well, the trick to saving fuel is to start early and do it often, right? I mean, obviously, the Dalton Kilrose fuel saving school happens every Thursday night, 9 Eastern time. Just go ahead and send him a instant message. It's fine. He don't mind. The later, the better. 1 a.m. perfect. But Matt Gruenberg last night was clutching the hell out of that car, and he was doing it for a good portion of the third stage, and it started early.
Right. Like I said, I don't think about that at the time when I'm driving, and I'm not knocking these guys, but to me, that's not racing. I don't think that far ahead on fuel mileage, but gotta have to start remembering that, working on that.
So, Chris, I don't know if you know who the second was, but Matt Gruenberg actually ran 137, led 137 laps.
Yeah.
Start from the fucking tail, man.
Yeah. Second place as far as laps led last night was Vincent Arthur. Like I said, he started off extremely quick, and I think he might have had something for Gruenberg, but we'll never know now. Right
now, it was a 59 or 60 some laps, I think, is what Vincent ran.
He ran. Well, he led 60. He was on the track for 74.
Okay.
And he did come down to pit road to take fuel, which is why he didn't lead them all. That's the only reason he didn't lead them all.
That's when he got out of the lead, was during pit stops, I believe.
Yep.
And of course, third place goes to Mr. Taylor Butcherman Sherman.
Wow.
I guess you're going to take his last name, ain't you, Amanda? Amanda Benjamin. That doesn't sound too bad.
That's Butcher Benjamin to you.
Yeah.
Mrs. Butcher Benjamin.
Amanda Sherman Butcher Benjamin.
I don't know what I'm starting that for. He's not even in here yet.
Yeah, where's TBB at?
All right, so back onto this thing. So we talked about a couple cautions a few times. So lap 3 was our first caution. The second one came at lap 52, which come right before a stage. Then the next one was right before a stage at 137. The rest of
I got
the rest of the cautions
Amanda was the one at 52 or something.
Amanda's caution.
Yeah, that's
lap 45.
All All right, yep, I got that clip. Let's watch that.
It looks like it may be Dave Seats once again in the 14 having issues in that Autism Speaks car. We go back.
You don't want it. You don't want it. Don't do it.
Dave Seats, gets into the 8 machine. Oh, hard hit. Amanda Sherman takes a hard hit, and Dave Seats loses the front clip. It looks like it.
Yeah, that wasn't fun. I was just up there staying out of the way, just kind of trying to build my idea of what I was going to do for the race, knowing I wasn't terrible, but just kind of getting my legs underneath me, and to just out of no place, I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me, but it happens. I got loose a few times, hit the wall, scared a couple people along the way, but I wasn't expecting it at all, and it kind of threw my game off for the entire night.
See, Amanda, my question to you was on that, and you said exactly what I have wrote down on my paper, that you moved up out of everybody's way, those 2 cars' way. Then I think it was the 16 that actually moved up on you, got your left rear, and got you all turned around and bobbleated and shit. Then I don't know how much damage you took to the inside wall when you came back down and hit that wall. But it looks like you got more damage going up into the outside wall than what you did the inside wall.
Yeah, the right side took a lot, but the inside wall did get me, because even after I think it was 2 minutes and 10 seconds of repairs, I still saw the crumple on the left front of the hood a bit the rest of the race. So, and I like I said, it was screaming the engine the rest of the time, and I couldn't get back under 25 7s, 25 8s the rest of the race.
Well, one incident I really do want to talk about tonight. Corey, do you have yours?
Oh yeah.
Let's watch that and talk about that for a little bit, because there's a lot going on.
Let's go back and take a peek. Derek Paulson in the 6 machine. Gets into the wall. And somehow, hard hit to the inside retaining wall. Back out. And it was like the 3 just had a magnet. Couldn't stop himself from going right into the 6.
Yep,
so again, there's a lot of stuff going on right there. So what I wrote down, Corey, in my kind of notes on this thing, it looks like the 6, he hit the wall. He started everything by brushing up on the wall. Got a little loose. 66 somehow got into him. Then you see Perkins, or not Perkins, but Thompson luckily got by that. He was real close to getting taken out by that. Then I don't know what happened to D's in the 17. He looked like he locked it up. And when he locked that up, it looked like he's like, oh shit, where am I going to go? Yeah, you pulled it to the right, then fuck, there's a car sitting there. You had nowhere to go with that.
Yeah, I mean, I locked my brakes up too, and my car just kept going, and I couldn't stop, and I just smacked into him. It wasn't like I was ARCA braking. My brakes were locked for a while.
Oh yeah,
it just kept sliding.
So when I was writing this down, I was watching that, man. I was inside your car, and you could just see you was hard on the brakes. You was just sliding. I think Paulson was in the 6. He was doing kind of the same thing. He was already stopped, but oh well. But yeah, there's just a lot happened in your accident. Then I think that caused you to blow your motor at that point.
Yeah, that gave me about 7 minutes of damage. I got, I think, down to 5 minutes under cautions for getting repaired, and then I was just out there running laps, and he said my crew chief said my engine was getting a little hot, but it didn't go over 240. I couldn't go over 7,000 RPMs, and all of a sudden I was just riding along, just went boom. I was like, oh shit, I'm blowing up. So I got on the radio, said I was blowing up. I couldn't even get to my pit stall. I was right in turn 3 and just turned down in and just had to tow, and then I saw it was 31 minutes. I'm like, oh, guess my night's over.
Okay, so I heard you actually tell us a couple times about the 7,000 RPM. So your car actually would not get over that.
No, it's just like.
Okay. See, mine would actually tack out the way it was supposed to. It's just when I done it, it got it hot so damn fast that I kept it at $7,000, just try to keep the heat down off of it.
No,
was that before or after the crash, Terry? I forget.
Oh hell, that was turn 1, but on the first lap.
Okay.
then
Not that I didn't want to finish the race, but I was a little bit jealous that Corey was done with it because it was a bit of torture towards the end. Every time I looked at Terry's like, the leaders are coming up again. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Grunberg's coming up again. Like, I am so goddamn over this track. Like, I was like, can my engine just please blow up?
And that's one thing. And Amanda, I don't. If I annoyed you by telling you every time we had
No,
these
it's
guys
good
coming
to
up on
know
us,
because I don't always look down at the relative screen. I don't.
well, I didn't either. All I had to look was up in the fucking mirrors.
Hey, Chris.
I knew you were telling me, so I just stopped looking. I'm like, fuck it, Terry's gonna keep me informed, and I'm just gonna keep going and make sure I don't spin out.
Hey, Chris, I'm like Tom Cruise on Cocktail.
Oh my god! Yeah, let's see that thing. I was on another window. Come on, spin it.
Oh, he's pouring that water out. Hold on a minute.
Oh Lord.
This is what I deal with on a daily basis.
I love it.
It'll just be us in the garage or in the house. He's like, look, and I'm like, I don't care. Like,
Well, honestly, you was talking about the leaders coming up so fast. I know that I knew tires were going to be important yesterday, but I didn't take any after the first stage. And Corey and I were back there, and he said something about the leader's 4 seconds behind us, and it seemed like a half a lap later he was there.
Oh yeah, that'd be about where like, fuck you, I'm getting the lucky dog. Then we start racing each other.
I was like, screw it, I'm getting the lucky dog. You're going down a lap before I am. And
I hope there's a caution, asshole.
normally, if I see someone come in, I say I got 2 seconds, second and a half. I'm like, okay, I got a little bit of time. Like it's gonna take a little bit, but I'd see 2 seconds. Go get up to the wall. Get the hell out of the way. They're gonna be here. Grunberg's gonna be here immediately.
I think that
if you
strategy
look at
kind
the,
of screwed us a little bit there, Aaron, because I think we went on the tire strategy where we took them at the stages and halfway through. Well, I might have done a little bit better, but I mean, you did okay. But you were fighting to get your second lap back right at the end there because you ended up 1 lap down and you just passed him what with like 2 or 3 laps to go, or on the final lap, I think, wasn't it?
yeah. I think it was 2 laps to go because the final lap, and they didn't catch it on the broadcast, and you don't have the iRacing, but Tanner Marr and I had a really good race on that last lap, and that's how I got 6th. He actually sent me a message about he didn't mean to be such a dickhead the way he was driving. And I'm like, and I said, dude, you're trying to protect the spot. I don't blame you, but it was fun the last lap and a half or so.
Well, that's another great thing about, us. Everybody says, Blazing Pedals is a community. Derek ran the Discord after the race. He apologized for ending my race and all that. I'm like, no worries, man. I'm like, I could have done something a little bit different. I just smashed straight into you.
I tell you what, too, we were watching the broadcast afterwards, and my Discord popped and
So we watched the broadcast.
Well, yeah, we watch it, Terry. But reached out to me, and I appreciated it. I thought it was pretty cool. And I said, I'm like, I wasn't in love with the track to begin with, but I appreciated him reaching out because I enjoy racing seats. We've never had any issues or anything, so that was nice. And each time there's ever anything like that, somebody reaches out right away. And I see it with Corey too. It's not just I'm a girl. Like somebody reaches out to him if there's an issue, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but right at that moment, you don't want to hear about it. You're like, screw you, Tanner, or whoever it is. But
I was so pissed when I ran into Derek too. I was ready to say, fuck this, throw my gloves off, fucking just click my ignition button, shut down my computer.
Right, but that apology does go a long way. But at that moment, it doesn't matter who it is. It's like, fuck them.
Well, it's not like Derek wrecked me either. It's like I ran into him, but you're just pissed that you put all the practice time in and some stupid event happens and you crash your car up and you're done for the whole race.
Right.
So talking about Tanner, I think it was Tanner. I'm 99% sure. And again, Dalton, thank you for the practice on the pit parties and the restarts and everything. I mentioned it to Aaron when we were in Discord before this. One of the restarts, I was kind of up there on the inside, and I think it was Tanner spun his tires. Somebody spun their tires. The inside line got backed up a bit, and just practicing the pit parties and everything, I stayed off of him because normally, 4 or 5 weeks ago, I would have just slammed in the back of him him taking everybody out behind me, but was able to keep it in line and keep it going. And he chimed in over the driver's radio, and somebody said, sorry about that. But we kept on racing, and I just love the camaraderie with people. Like, if you mess up, own it. I'll do it. I'm sure it's gonna happen, and I'm gonna own it, and I'm gonna apologize too.
What's up, Rick? I thought you were getting in here. Chris said you were getting in here.
Yeah, Mike.
Rick.
But Mike.
Yeah, who the
Mike.
fuck's Mike?
He said Rick. 2 things about pit parties, though, real quick.
He said
Amanda?
Mike.
He
I
said,
said
Rick.
I thought he said Mike. I told you I was
Anyhow.
fucking tired.
You're not tired, you're drunk.
2 things about pit parties. And I mentioned this last week, and once again, Amanda, you starting towards the front for the pit parties, I think is awesome. You're getting more experience, and I think that's great. It's, like we said last week, put yourself in the uncomfortable positions. That's what she said, and the practices like that, and you learn.
Who was in front of me? I don't know if it was Brad Collins.
I think it was Brad you were racing with when you were up front.
Yeah, like he was in the front pulling out of the pit party, pulled in front of Dalton or somebody, and I'm like, God damn it, I wanted to be second just because, I'm not too greatly familiar with the track, and I ended up being in the front for the pit party, and it worked out perfect because that's what I needed. So I went into the race feeling really good about it, and then we saw what happened, but I went in really enjoying the start of the race because of that pit party, and I love doing that.
Well, and one other thing about the pit party, because I didn't realize it at the time, I got on the inside of you, and I said, "Are we 3 wide?" And she's like, "Yeah, we are." How did you feel about that?
That scared the shit out of me, number one, but I was like, okay, you got Aaron, and I don't even know who the third one was, if it was still Brad, but at the same time, fuck, I forgot where I was going with that. But I got sidetracked with
You've had like 2 beers.
I know, but it definitely helps, especially because in the race itself, I think I went 3 wide 3 or 4 times, scared the shit out of me then too, but just kept it under control. I know Terry learned that he could reach up.
Yeah, I just thought that was funny that we were 3 wide.
Yeah, I like that a lot. It makes me feel
Uh-oh.
somebody's joining in.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit, is that Rick? Rick,
Right,
you gotta put your video on.
Set that up while I say something. Dalton, it's no big deal, man. I mean, you was going to pass me on the bottom or the high side. It wasn't going to matter last night. My car was shit. I had really pretty much no practice.
I did just for you, bro.
So that you was going to get around me regardless, bud. I mean, I wasn't going to fight nobody really last night for anything. So yeah, no apologies really needed.
I got something for Rick. So Rick, we were watching the broadcast last night. I go, oh, I think Rick just packed one, and then you were like, oh, I didn't pack one. I'm eating some pizza right now, and we started cracking up. But I did hear you pack one a little bit later. I did hear it, but yeah, I thought the pizza was some dip.
Nope. No, I'm doubling up now though.
That's all right.
So I want to point out something to you guys, and maybe you figured it out, maybe you haven't yet, but last season there was some talk about people who were winning over and over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, aside from Gruenberg, who has 4 wins out of the 9, there's only one other driver that's won multiple races, and he's not around right now.
I was kind of thinking that last night when I didn't see his name. I'm hoping everything's okay. As an admin, we have not heard. I had personally heard anything of what's going on with him. I mean, maybe Mark does. I don't know.
Well, I guess what I'm getting to here is this season, with the change of the car, seems to be bringing on, number 1, better racing. Number 2, more competitive racing, regardless of what people think of the car, or regardless of what they think of the setups. Although everybody tells me the setups are great. The proof is in the pudding, and the field is equalizing.
Yeah, it was. Excuse me, but yeah, I love what we're having this season. I hate the car, but I love what we're having. I love it.
Why do you hate the car?
I can't get a grip on it. Again, I know I've missed I've missed 2 races. My computer's fucked up 2 races. I got taken out because of incidents in another race. I guess I haven't had the time on the track with everybody. So yeah, I can't blame the car. You're right, Aaron. I know what you're thinking.
I didn't say a word.
I know, but for right now, I'm not getting the handle on the car.
But Terry, not everybody can carry the banner, so it's.
I know, buddy. I know.
Terry, I got one really good suggestion.
Yeah, we're ready to party now. Everybody's in here all set up.
In order to get used to the car.
I like that. I like your little setup you got going on, Rick.
Yeah, of course.
Just a little something he threw together,
So what's your advice?
The suggestion is get into some practices. You haven't been.
Yeah, I don't have time, bud. I haven't had time.
I know. But you know what? You don't even have to have another car out there. Half an hour. One time before Sunday. Solo practice. Get a feel for the track. Rock and roll it. Or else we're going to hand the keys over to...
Other way. There you go.
I tell you, the practice definitely helps. Just the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, we did a Friday night, the 4 of us. We did a practice race and some practice before that. I came home from a party from work Thursday night, and it was only 20-30 minutes of extra practice plus what I got in yesterday before the race. But that extra time, Thursday night, I said, I don't like this track. This track sucks. I don't want to do it. And then jumping in and doing as much as I could on Sunday definitely helps.
Oh, I know it helps. Trust me, I know.
He's got a garage to clean.
Yeah, it's clean right now. It's actually clean. Now I got a house to fucking redo. And
I like what Dalton had to say.
About,
minus the Fred part.
That is not happening.
Yeah, he's already locked. He's because Dalton's saying that, but he's already locked into the playoffs. Some of the other guys.
I do like Talladega a lot, but I want to get in with a bunch of people so that I can practice drafting and everything again. It's been a little while since I've done it, so I want to have a race where I can actually really look back and go, oh, that was my best race of the year, and not have it be the 14th finish.
Well, you also got to have one car that didn't take out half the fucking team. I have to take out his teammates either at a super speedway.
One time, Terry.
That's all it took.
I understand.
Yeah, but you know what else he has? Bockover, don't take no crap. You got Charlotte.
I know.
He does. Yeah, he does.
Oh, he'll be getting the link here in a minute.
Oh, good God.
I'd offer to pull it up, but I know you have it bookmarked.
I do. It's easier to send it to these guys.
On his phone as his wallpaper.
So, Rick, we got Chris's take of last night's race. You got to watch it too. What's your insight of what you seen last night?
I wasn't watching. I was playing Conan.
Oh, okay.
I'll watch it tonight before I go to bed.
Yeah,
that's like Terry.
I'll watch it tomorrow. So one thing I don't know if you caught what I said earlier about lap 3 we had a wreck, and I think the 4 or 5 of us here thought shit, this may be a long race if we keep having these. So your thoughts on what you might have saw at lap 3?
Dalton's got a pallet coming in.
Huh?
lap 3, the whole race in a general was good. I mean, it wasn't a Milwaukee, so you guys.
Oh yeah.
About that, it wasn't. What was the other one? Lucas Oil.
Yeah.
It wasn't Lucas. There was some hard driving, and I think just some drivers. I'm not going to name any names, but they need to just relax and take it easy. On the first couple of laps and let those tires warm up and get the grip into them and then go. But all in all, I thought the race was actually pretty good.
Now, Rick, this is the part of this shop talk where you and I take over for a minute, because before the race started, you and I were talking. And we weren't sure what we were up against, right? We were kind of thinking it was going to be a really long night. In fact, one point you were like 3 hours is going to be a long night, bud. And I was like, yeah, I think it might be.
Oh, we were discussing that in the T&A team speak also. We thought it was going to be a Milwaukee or an Iowa, or not Iowa, Lucas Oil.
Now,
I mean, and
the
the Rock is a good track, but it is tough to drive. I mean, it's not. It's old, and iRacing kept it old, and it is tough to ride on it. But I thought, all in all, the race was good.
Hey, Rick, Bachover ordered an AccuForce wheel.
Son of a bitch.
We got to just give him that Supra, and he's going to be so fast.
That's what's keeping you from getting you in the 86, Rick. Come on.
Don't let him lie, though. It sat in his shopping cart for about a week and a half. It took a little bit to pull the trigger.
Oh, about a month and a half.
Since it came out, I was sitting there, I mean, I've already upgraded a couple of times. When I started iRacing, it was with a G27 Logitech, and I didn't use that. I mean, I think it was called the Logitech Wingman way back when NASCAR season 2003. I think that was the one that I had at your house, Chris. It was either I had a yellow one, I had a blue one, and then I had a red one.
Yep.
And I remember the red one was the last one that I had, and that was the one that I actually raced with Dale Earnhardt Jr. before people really knew who he was in his league, the DMP league. And then I got into the G29 after not having a steering wheel for a while. I was playing different simulators, Euro Truck Simulator, a couple different things, and then I found iRacing and I jumped in. And then I went to a Thrustmaster wheel after one of our buddies needed a wheel, so I pulled the trigger because it's easier for me to buy than him. So I did upgrade, and then he has that wheel now, and I have my TSPC Racer, which is actually it's pretty good. It's a good wheel.
He actually doesn't have that wheel anymore, Rick, and he has my old G27 now because that one broke.
That's Amanda has G27. That was my first one I started on.
And they're good wheels. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them at all. I mean, they are. It doesn't matter. I mean, I know a lot of people sit there and say, you got to have, if you don't have direct drive, you ain't nothing. I mean, I've seen kids. There was one kid that I followed, and Chris did actually too, Glenn McGee, who actually went to the Pro Mazda with the MX-5s. And he was literally, I mean, he showed me a setup one day. It was an old HP laptop on a TV tray with a kitchen chair. And I mean, and now he's driving real cars, and there's nothing wrong with it. Last season, I didn't know that my Thrustmaster died. I mean, I'm actually kind of shocked with that, but he didn't tell me that. But the Thrustmaster, I was looking for something, and I was going in between the Fanatic DD2 or whatever the hell it's called, and the AccuForce. And it's been sitting in my cart since last year, or a cart. I haven't really looked at it lately, but I don't know. If I get back into driving more, I will, but we'll see.
Heard the keys to the 86 are open.
I
You guys watch out because that paint's going to get updated this week, and for next week, yours, and next week on the top, or not next week. Actually, we're off a week, so the following week at Dega, you look out because it's going to say Hammond over that driver's side door.
That's funny. I think Hammond's going camping or something, ain't you, Rick?
Hey, listen, if Rick Thompson can do it, I probably can too.
Oh yeah, there you go.
My quality won't be great with campground Wi-Fi, but I'll make it.
It can't be worse than ties. So.
I was going to say you got time Roscoe beat.
Yeah. But, Chris kind of let it out of the bag that we might be retiring for a little bit at the end of the season. And if we do decide to do that and we stick to the plan that we had, you guys will see me on Sunday nights, and I'll be racing with Fred Thompson in the back so Amanda can move
up. Nice.
Well, we won't be able to see nothing because there's nobody to be broadcasting it.
Well, what happens at the campground? Well, Dalton, that stays at the campground, brother.
Is that what Dalton said?
Yeah. It's all about the campground.
Dalton, I would love to tell you I know all about the Fanatec stuff. I don't know a thing about it. Rick's probably done more research on wheels and pedals to save for everybody.
The new Fanatic or Fanatec, however the hell you say it. I mean, everybody says it different. I think it's Fanatic though. On that, you're buying a cheaped out version of it, basically, of their DD2 or DD1 and DD2. Supposedly the power is good from what I have read so far. People that have the Thrustmaster, either the TSPC or the TSXS, I think it is, or something like that for the Xbox version, it's right around comparable. But it's a cheap entry level, and I think it's smart. I mean, you know, Fanatic it's a company that I have a hard time buying from because I've seen, I mean, I won't lie, I watch a lot of streams and I follow a lot of iRacers on there and, you know, on Twitch and whatnot. And I see a lot of them having problems with their Fanatec stuff. And it doesn't matter which one it is.
Yeah, and whoever says $400 is cheap entry level, you know,
Yeah,
you get what you pay for. I think it's going to be better than a direct drive wheel, but it's definitely not going to be like anything like top of the line.
Right.
You know, you get what you pay for. You either get a Toyota or Chevy or Ford.
Toyotas are fast.
You mean Ford, Toyota, Chevy, I think is the order in which that would be.
I was
but
putting the Fords at the top. I was going from cheapest to best.
Oh, I got you. Perfect. That is absolutely perfect then. You said Chevy first in yours?
You guys want to see a sneak peek of my paint for Talladega? I pulled it up.
You're gonna let that out? I've already seen it.
A lot of people are seeing it, but I'll release it for everybody to see. So I fucked around with a little specular map, so it's nice.
Like Fox watching.
Look at that.
Yeah, that is sharp.
Wow.
If I get rid of that fucking off-looking green bullshit.
I like it.
That's slick.
Safety yellow. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're running that at Talladega, Corey?
Yeah, and I'll probably run it for a while because I just love that paint. Plus, I made a nice T-shirt of it. So we finally got our printer in for Savage Edge. Actually, I just did this. Michael Fox sent me this design. I guess I can let the cat out of the bag a little bit. That me and Michael Falk are teaming up to do a lot of crazy business stuff. He's actually going to start a store on Savage Edge, and basically we're going to start a thing almost like Teespring for iRacing drivers, where they can start their own merchandise store on Savage Edge. I'll run it for you guys, and then you know, obviously you get the percentage of all that by just sharing and selling it, and we just take care of everything else, get the shirts, print them, ship them, and that's our big goal that we're doing for iRacing. I've talked to Tanner Marr about t-shirts, and Michael Fox, really excited. Me and him are, we actually talked about a thing, even if a driver just has like a paint scheme, they could basically do a thing where he can design the shirt for him, then obviously he gets a royalty for designing the shirt, and then we sell the shirt, and then the person that shares it and all that and runs the store gets their cut out of it too. So we're going to do a thing almost like Teespring on Savage Edge.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, that's great.
And the quality is going to be way better.
Yeah, I mean, that I got it dialed in pretty good right now. I mean, we've had it for 4 days, I think. So, I mean, I got it dialed in pretty good. I did a bunch of shirts on there, and I am very impressed with the quality that thing prints out.
The detail that comes out of it is insane. A couple of the shirts that we did, you could see every little line and every car piece, the itty bitty little sponsor writing on it. It's absolutely beautiful.
That's cool.
And no circles all over your floor.
Little eyeball. Yeah, I saw one. It's over there, actually, the other day. I'm like, there's one of the headlight things for Chris's logo.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I tell you what, because you talked about it the other day you may have said something to Aaron and I know you was talking about. I said, man, that's fucking just sweet to do something like that. Oh, I mean, again, you're reaching out. You've got your own profession that you can lend out, man. I mean, and make a buck off of it too. So that's awesome, dude. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, they'd all be lumped together on one site. If somebody goes to the site, they're like, oh, what's T&A Motorsports? Click on that, be like, ooh, I like that Aaron Backover shirt. I heard he's really fast, so I'm going to buy one of them.
But you know, here's another way you can make.
I'll buy all of them. I'm buying all of his shirts.
You can make another couple bucks off this, Corey. burn the Charlotte race on a DVD.
Yes. Nobody uses
With
DVDs.
it, man.
Just sell it to them with thumb drives.
Just give it out free with the purchase of a shirt. See?
There you go.
Yeah, every shirt you buy, doesn't matter whose store it is, you get a thumb drive with the Charlotte race on it.
Right there, all of Aaron's shirts have to be.
Yeah, we should do that.
See, that's funny because that's what I was thinking when I saw that shirt. Is like, I want one of those, but I'm going to have to modify it.
Hey, I can get sleeveless shirts. So yeah, all Aaron Backover shirts I could become sleeveless now.
You might want to corner that market, Aaron.
No, but that's great because I mean that's a huge thing. I mean, like for me personally, and I kind of wish that you guys would do hats too. And I know it's expensive. But I priced. And I mean, I know Terry's going to get a special direct to hat. Something.
Well, that's why I actually keep bugging the place I bought the printer from. Like, you guys got a hat platen I can shove in there? They're like, well, they haven't come up with one yet, but I've seen some other printers have them, so maybe in the future we can do it. I've done the vinyl. I actually got a couple hats I'm sending Terry and Aaron, but it's just hard to find the right hat. I have a hat press and all that. It's just with the heat transfer vinyl, it's really hard to find a right hat that fits on there. You got to shove so many of those little pads underneath it, and then if it messes up, basically the hat's ruined. So I've ruined a lot of hats.
I mean, I think the cheapest halfway decent one. I mean, I know when we were talking about them earlier, you thought you had somebody, but it was an actual sewing machine. That's what I find a lot of.
Yeah.
But to get like an actual embroidery machine that is made for hats or shirts or whatever, the cheapest one I found was about $5,000.
Yeah, we've been looking into. That'll be our next investment later on is getting an embroidery machine. But yeah, they're about $20,000 brand new for an embroidery machine.
Yeah, but going back to what you guys have now, I mean, it's cool that you're doing that for iRacing because, I was looking for a hat the other day, to have somebody do me a custom hat. And of course, you got setup fees and all that other stuff. And it's not like I'm buying a bunch of them. I just want one hat that says 77. And then on the back, I wanted to say Savage Edge Racing. And, my $20 hat turned into like an $80 order.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the one great thing about having this printer, too, is it's not like screen printing where they basically charge you for setting up the screen and all that. And then there's a minimum order. This, you could just send me a logo and I could print in like 5 minutes, press it, it's ready to go, ship out the door. It's just that easy where you could do a one-off print or you could do 1,000 of them.
That's what I love about this machine is you can just get the design and just print it real quick. I have a lot of contacts with a lot of the local racetracks up here between all the chefs and everybody I know. So like I mentioned the other day, I went full-time with Savage Edge actually starting today, and last week gave a bunch of my business cards to go up to the local racetracks, and most of them started their practices on Saturday, and we're hoping to get a lot of the actual racers and dirt racers and everybody at the 6, 7, 8 local tracks within half hour to an hour, get the actual racers, their families, friends.
Oh, Mark showed up finally.
Mark. But it's exciting because just not only iRacing and all of this, but to get the real life drivers who've got little, their pit crews, their family, their friends, little concession stands and everything, just get it out there for them and for us. And, they're a small business, they're small race teams, we're a small business, family owned business, and just get everything out there.
And if you can, Corey, I don't know if you sent, I know you printed my shirt. I don't know if you sent it yet, but if you haven't, throw in some business cards too, because that's what I was kind of getting to. I mean, Chris, that would be cool to bring, down the Thunder Road. I mean, there's so many drivers out there that are looking for something like that.
Yep, and we could ship it too, yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you a shirt we did for Sam.
Oh, this is sharp. This is the one I was talking about, but I didn't know if we were announcing it or not. Sam's shirt's gorgeous.
Yeah, he's already put it online.
That's imprinted.
That is sharp.
Came out really good. Really, really good. And like I told you, Corey, I mean, I bought a couple of Sam shirts from Teespring, and when you get them, they were soft, they were good, but we got a new washing machine, and I wore the shirt 4 times, and I put it in the washing machine after the 4th time wearing it, and when I took it out of the washing machine, it was disintegrated, like it was gone.
Yeah, that's what I was talking to Michael Falk about that too. That's what he got from Teespring. He showed me. He actually sent me a picture of a shirt he got from there. I'm like, look, that looks like a screen printed shirt that you've had for about 6 years. He's like, yeah, I washed it twice.
I just want to. Dalton's taking off. He's going to go check in on his grandmother. And Dalton, again, best wishes, man.
Yeah, Dalton.
It's tough.
Yeah, I was going to say something about that too when I saw that. I hope everything's going okay with him, and he's in all of our thoughts.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, Mark. Tim was too busy to come hang out with us.
I can pretend I'm Tim if you want.
Yeah, are they not good enough for you, Mark?
You gonna make your microphone sound shitty?
No.
Okay. Yeah, he texts me. I texted him this afternoon to make sure he was okay with it. He goes, yeah, I'll be there. Then, I don't know, 6 o'clock or so, he texts me, says there's no way in hell. I guess his business is just booming right now because the karting industry is starting to pick up real heavy.
Everything's starting to pick up.
He was packing in orders all day today. So, and that's cool. I told him to reschedule for him.
I'd like to know where Sam went. He came and liked the stream immediately and then just disappeared. Is he still around?
He's probably playing Conan.
His wife.
I guess that's what you guys do.
His wife.
We've tried.
Now Tim's packing, but he's packing something totally different than karting parts. I can tell you that. His irrelevant driver finally won a race after 2 seasons of sucking. So he's probably having a hot dog with fucking black olives and avocados on it. He's eating it real slow.
Wow. Hey,
Mark
Aaron.
Yeah, I saw that. Some things you just choose to ignore.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking he does have a heart. He just wears it on his sleeves.
Right.
Never mind.
Hey, we got a soundbite.
A yee shirt for Rick. Yeah, buddy.
You have to rewatch to hear that one.
Harry said that my husband's in the room.
No, Chris.
I gotta look down at you right there.
Yeah.
Harry. No.
So is everybody excited for Talladega in 2 weeks? I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finally, I can get
I would really like to petition Mark and switch the New Hampshire race to that Sunday and then save Talladega for when I'm actually around.
No, because we're not going to be here for New Hampshire. We're going to be in Daytona watching the race, so fuck that.
We'll flip another one around, too. It's fine.
And Corey said he doesn't like New Hampshire, which means I'm definitely not going to like it, so no.
Well, I mean, I'm fine with New Hampshire, but if I could skip one, that's fine.
New Hampshire is its own challenge. It's a very flat track. Yeah, that's all. There's some skill to that track.
It's kind of like Milwaukee.
I don't want to do it.
That'd be the closest thing that we've ran that you'd know.
Then I'm glad I'm gonna miss it.
Did we hit the downshift in the ARCA cars? I forgot.
New Hampshire?
So.
Yeah.
I think so.
I wouldn't think so.
We might have to downshift in the Xfinity because aren't they faster than the ARCAs?
They are, but it depends what we get as a setup.
Yeah.
The gearing on the setup.
I can't wait for Gateway. I love downshifting at Gateway.
I was going to say
I did too.
That's the one I remember having to downshift at. I don't remember having to downshift at New Hampshire.
No, you shouldn't have to.
No.
Yeah, Chris and Rick ought to know about that track. That's their favorites when they go. And
I went to New Hampshire every year for a long time.
New Hampshire is a balls track. Unfortunately, it's the best we could do in New England.
Look at the rest of the sports teams.
I like that track. I mean, would you rather have another cookie cutter mile and a half?
No, I would rather have a little bit of banking, though.
I agree, but
what I would like.
Why isn't every race like Charlotte? Why don't we just race Charlotte every week?
I'd like a 3/4 mile long track that is shaped like our local track here in Vermont, the same banking, because it would be hellaciously fun.
3/4 mile. You sure that wouldn't be like 0.81 instead, Chris?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know.
How exactly far is that track?
0.67. You got to get it. Got to get exact.
I know.
Well,
You
I don't
guys
think he's
heard
in
last
here,
night
so
that, well, everybody but Terry heard last night. I was using the words about, right?
Right.
I saw that. Yep.
Did you say about or a boot?
I say about, but
Okay.
it wouldn't be too far away to say a boot. I'm only half an hour from the border, for crying out loud.
Derek Paulson, I thought I banned you from Shop Talk.
Yeah, you did put that in Discord today.
Yeah.
Didn't
Fuck's he showing up? God, hang on, let me adjust something real quick.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you, Derek. Derek's actually coming on
May 17th.
May 17th with us.
you? Derek, nobody said shit about Gateway, you penis.
Yeah,
No,
we were
that's
talking
not
about
true.
Terry,
Gateway.
where are you at? We just talked
You
about
said Gateway?
Yeah,
Yeah.
said we love Gateway because you have to downshift.
Gateway.
All right,
Guys,
I'm
give
on
it
the
up. He's
bed.
out of taffy. He's out of
I'm on the
taffy.
bed.
Yeah, is your sugar low, Terry? You need some taffy?
Oh, fuck.
If you need some, I can get some in Maine next week for you.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd
Salt
be
water
good.
taffy. Mm.
Yeah.
So even if he did watch the broadcast, he wouldn't remember it. We talked about
You know what's even worse is he did watch the broadcast and doesn't remember it.
Hell,
No.
there's been parts I was actually involved in the broadcast and don't fucking remember.
Have we talked points at all where people stand?
No, here, I'll bring it up. You
I
guys can
got
talk about it.
ours.
Yeah, here we go.
I got us 4.
I dropped a spot. I know that.
You dropped 2.
That I was in 20.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Remember,
Where am I?
hockey's
Oh
not
yeah, you
working. Hang
dropped
on.
1.
Because I've got them up over here.
I think I actually
Surprisingly, I came
accidentally
prepared
deleted
tonight.
it, but hang on, I could throw it up.
Oh, that's not even the one I'm looking at. It'll work.
There you go, Chris. Start talking.
Well, obviously, Matt Grunberg, I think he hasn't finished one race this season. He had 1 DNF. 4 wins. Wicked. Dalton Tucker, I don't even know. I mean, look, he's on there. He's got a couple of wins, but we haven't seen him. And
But yeah,
coming into the season, I don't think he's going to be there anymore if the season keeps going the way it has been.
It's gonna hurt him. Yeah, him not showing up.
Dalton Kilrow, obviously last season's champion, really starting to, I think, get comfortable, even though he's not here right now. I'd love to ask him, but I think he's getting more comfortable with the car, doubly so now that he has a win under his belt.
Well, unless anything happens in his personal life, he's going to be here next Monday. So,
Right. And hopefully that is the truth. Derek Paulson,
He's banned.
Just completely consistent driver, you know.
Don't talk about him.
I have to, because here he is with 4 top 5s, 5 top 10s. You know, out of 9 races, that's not a bad way to sit. Jamie Walker, we know him. He's had some computer issues. TBB, next on the list, first guy that doesn't have that little yellow block next to his name. Guys, what do you think? Is he due for one here at Talladega?
You guys,
He's good at super speedways.
Yeah.
He is. He picked off a win last season, if you recall.
for Chris, you know Talladega's a crapshoot.
Yeah.
right, that's the to pick a winner. That's
Look, there's some skill
right.
and there's some luck. So which one is going to win?
And then there's Terry.
It's a combination of both.
You're right, Rick. You're absolutely right.
Terry.
I'm just
You
going to
know-
push Amanda to the win at Talladega.
Yeah, baby.
It can't always be luck. There's going to be skill involved, and the luck is to get through the big one. Usually, if you're up front, you're going to miss it anyway.
That's not true.
Not always.
Yeah, I know it's not
Or you're
always
going to
true,
cause it.
but
That's-
it-
Look at
not
Daytona
true.
last year.
if I had to choose between middle of the pack and up front, I'm taking up front every time.
I agree,
Yes.
but at Daytona and the night race last season, I was taken out as the leader.
As the leader, I remember that too. But you
With
know,
a
it wasn't
great
Charlotte.
pusher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
Uh,
just, I mean, that's where it's super speedways. Honestly, I think me and Corey and Terry, we're usually running towards the front. where the luck comes in is missing that big one,
Missing the big one.
and it can be anywhere. You can be riding in the back in your own little group, and somehow you get tied up in it. So I think Taylor's got a good shot there, but it's such a crapshoot that it could be anybody from 17th on down also gets the win.
Oh gosh, yeah. I want to talk about John Perkins this season because man, has he fired off some good ones. A couple of poles this season. Seems like a different driver out there. Now I don't drive against him, so I'm gonna have to take your word for it, guys, who've been around him. So Aaron and Corey, the two guys that have been around him. Sorry, Amanda, but Perkins, man, he is really impressing me this season.
Yeah, he's stepped up a lot this season.
Yeah, he picked it up halfway through last season, I'd say, and he's doing really good this season.
And he's always asking or telling people, "Look, I got to practice up. I've seen it," and that's pretty impressive. Then you got the Soul Stealer, Brian Dees, Brad Collins, another one of those drivers. Brad Collins. Look, he's doing a pretty good job. He's sitting inside the top 10 and I can't remember a bad thing that I've said about him so far this season. Rick, you?
Yeah, the only thing that I got to say about Brad Collins is it's nice because I can listen into the race chatter when you guys are racing, unlike Chris, and he keeps me on my toes because he's always saying something. So I'm always like flipping around to his car.
I like racing against Brad. He's consistent. He's also generous, but at the same time aggressive. Not terribly, but he's good and cautious, and he knows, like me being a rookie and everything, and he knows some of the older guys that struggle towards the back a bit. And I have absolutely no worries when I see him coming near me. But when I have other people, I'm like, oh, geez, this person's coming up near me. But Brad, I let him do his thing and go by, and I never get worried when he's near me.
Oh, Stats is in here. He said Brad was 4th and 3rd at both Dega races last year.
Brad would have had the win at Dega, except something happened with me and the 41.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
The 41? That was last season.
Yeah, I know. Well, he said he was there at 3rd. That was when I think I was going to push him to the win there, and that's when I got taken out.
Of course, then we get to 10th spot. Corey, you have dropped 2 positions in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
it's not had the best
of luck.
Been a rough
week. I'm hoping to pick it up at the second half. Starting. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna start 2 weeks at Talladega, and then I like the tracks after that. So we got Gateway, and then Twin Ring, Charlotte, and then we got Daytona Road. But let's just keep your car in the track.
Let's see. You got Jordan McAvoy, Matt Hackathorn, Josh Klinger. Aaron, big jump this week, bud. +4. That's got to feel good. You're inside the top 15.
Gone up 8 in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's huge, man.
Who's counting?
That's awesome.
We'll get to you in a hour or so, Terry.
Right.
I've got Cody Moore, Ian Habiuk, just outside of the top 15. Corey Rutherford, Blake Decker. Of course, Blake wasn't here last night and had a bad race last week too, and the week before that. So he might need to get his head on straight here, but always a contender in that number 92. Tanner Marr is in the top 20. And it looks like Hank Caston, who wasn't at last night's race.
Yeah, he's missed 3 races so far. Hey, he's got to kind of watch what he's doing. He's got to get back out here on the track, start racing again.
The thing about Hank is when he's on the track, man, has he been fast this season?
Yeah, damn good.
Yeah, he's been very consistent when he's racing. Jacob Hoppy, Mike Hamlin. Amanda, you scratched even. You're still sitting there in that, tied for 22nd right now. So you definitely took a little bit of a hit last night because I think you could have jumped up at least 1.
Yeah, I'm hoping Talladega will help me out a bit. But yeah, I was a little upset with dropping down 1, but I thought it was going to be worse.
It's not horrible. Rick Thompson, Dave Seats, 24th, 25th. Terry, we're gonna get there in a minute, bud. Don't worry about it.
Well, hold up a second. Hold up a second. Go back to Rick Thompson. I'm pulled up to Dan Lisa. So Rick
Okay.
Thompson, he dropped 5 last night.
Yep.
That's not a Rick Thompson move. I mean, we're so used to seeing him running fast, always up in at least top 15, top 10 a lot.
Yeah, he's having.
So
I
he
can
had a
see
bad
him-
race.
No, I can see him struggling with this car because in the ARCA car he was top 10 every time in the ARCA, but it seems like he hasn't figured out the Xfinity yet.
Well, yes and no. Some tracks he's been very good on. Last night there was a lot of uncomfortable drivers. I mean, I go back to like Brian Dees, for instance, who's had a hellaciously good start to this season. Last night, not the same driver at all, and I think it's because he didn't have his live cam on.
Oh yeah, I
You
actually
can see the souls.
I talked to Michael Falk. I actually got his number. I'm gonna send. I'm sending Dees a shirt
Perfect.
for the broadcast. He better put it. He better get his live cam going again.
I'm sure he will. Good dude. I mean, awesome dude. I love watching him race. I've never seen somebody blink so little. It's impressive. So let's see. We were at Hank Caston, Jacob Hoppy, Mike Hamlin, Amanda. There we go. Dave Seats is 25th. Joshua Rutherford, Randy McAvoy, somebody who's not in the league anymore. Casey Campbell, Joshua Sexton. Last night's second place finisher. What a bump, man. 1 second place finish. This is what happens to you guys. Bumped up 11 spots last night into 31st. That's huge. And Pittman had a hell of a race.
Look how many races he's been in, Chris. He's only been in 3 races.
3
this
races.
season.
He's crushing you, Terry.
Yeah, we haven't even gone there. Look who's next on the list. It's Fred Thompson sitting in 32nd. And have I said Terry's name yet, guys?
No, you got
No, you're getting there.
I'm watching. Go ahead.
Yeah, we got Dakota Todd, who, what has he done? Like 3 races this year?
Yeah,
2 or 3.
Vincent Arthur, who was a pole sitter last night.
2 fucking races. He's still ahead of me.
A race and a half, really.
It's those full points that got Vincent
a
Arthur
race
up.
in 78 laps. One race in 78 laps is all it takes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to race in the top 35 here at Blazing Pedals, all you have to do is beat Terry. 1 race plus about 70 laps ought to do it.
Yep.
It ought to do
Get
it,
a pole, run 75 laps, and park it.
Yeah, you won't let me take the keys to the car.
We have a tie for 35th. We got Marquis Smith and Terry Foster. I had to put Marquis up first because he's actually been up in the front of the field, Terry.
Yeah.
Time Roscoe, Nick Okie, and Okie wasn't in last night's race. Jason Powell, David Bennett, Jake Elrod, Jim Ott, Jeffrey Fisher, another driver that kind of seems to have gone away. Jordan DeCola, I think he only raced a couple, and Hayden Wheeler, again, just racing a couple. So 45 different drivers have started for you guys this season. Last night we had 27. What do you think going forward? Field's going to grow back up. We're going to shrink down some more. What's going to happen?
I think Talladega, and everybody else can say what they want, but I think Talladega, we're going to have a full field. It's winner take all. I mean, we know anybody can win that freaking race.
I think we're at that point where we level off around the 27 to 30 showing up for each race. We're pretty close halfway through the season. The same thing happened last season too. But we keep us, I think the minimum's like 25 that we've had in a race, which is huge for a league to have 25 each race. But I'm thinking we're going to stay around the 27-30.
Think so?
Yeah, that's why I said it.
That's why he said, I think. Yeah.
All right.
What do you think, Terry? You think it's going to shrink lower than that?
Do what?
Oh my goodness!
No wonder he didn't hear Gateway.
I've got other stuff going on here.
What are you watching? You porn?
Broadcast a race, buddy. Come on.
And when I do, you guys have no clue what I'm looking at.
You're right. Wow.
Why do you have Amanda's thing full screen?
I can do that?
How did he zoom?
How'd you figure that out?
Holy shit, Amanda! What's that on your arm? Never mind.
Ew. Gross.
Oh God.
So, what's your opinion?
Embarrassed himself.
Hey,
What's your opinion on field size going forward, Terry? Was the question.
okay, then somebody said something Talladega. I said next week we're going to have a full field at Talladega. Going forward in the season, it's going to be hit and miss just like it is right now. I think
Okay,
one week we're going to have 1,000. Next weekend we have 10.
I bet we have 33 at Talladega, 35 max.
Possibly.
That's
Right.
both a good and a bad thing too, though, if you think about it, because you guys are going to get a lot of drivers that are going to come back because it's a super speedway race and everybody likes those. But there's a few people that are going to be there that who aren't used to driving with you guys, and that could be, the big
Terry.
Yeah.
Terry.
Terry's going to be one of them that's not used to driving.
I think you guys know who your core group is, though.
Yeah, we're off next week, Terry. What the fuck?
I know we're off next week.
Terry's got a chance to win.
For everybody next week.
And speaking of, right quick, let me do this real quick. So next week, Tanner Marr wants to throw up a race, I think Sunday. We all know that's Mother's Day. So anybody that's interested that wants to race, let Tanner Marr know. I don't know what he's wanting to throw up or how he's going to do it and all that shit. He has said something about money. So you guys hit up Tanner Marr out there. If you want to race, then maybe he'll put something together for you guys. Is this thing hello? This thing on? Okay.
Yeah, it's on. We're listening. We didn't know if you were done yet, though.
Yeah, that's all I have. Just check up Tanner Marr. Maybe he'll have something going.
I mean, I can just start talking so you can talk over me, Terry.
Oh, yeah, like I do that.
So, okay, Terry, you're the closest thing we have to an admin, and this is Shop Talk, and want to get Mark in here eventually about some of this stuff. But if we have guys that have left the league,
Bye, Chris.
Yeah.
why do we not have guys? If we have such a waiting list, why are we not getting guys in to fill these spots of these guys that left?
Well, from what I know, and Mark, please correct me if you can. From what I know, we are giving these guys 3 races. If they don't show up in the 3 races, we are considering them done. But Mark is going to reach out to that person and say, hey, if you're done, we need to know so we can fill that spot. So, Mark, if I'm wrong, please correct me so everybody understands what the hell's going on. Because yeah, we do have a waiting list. I seen somebody earlier say, I think it was Kyle Wellman saying that he thinks he might be in our Talladega race. So what's that say? Vetting
Vetting.
them.
Do you want me to Google that for you? Let you know what it means?
Corey made a point to me in the beginning. He's like, if you do get in the league, it's a commitment, and it goes pretty much the whole damn year. So be ready to race every Sunday night. If you're sick or something, I understand. But he goes, be committed. We're not making plans. And I'm a plan maker. I plan out weeks in advance. I'm just one of those people. He goes, do not make plans on Sunday nights. This is what we do. And I get it if you're real life racing, that kind of stuff. That's a big thing. But unless there's an emergency or something, this isn't just a video game that you hop in and out of. Like, you are making a commitment to 30 to 40 other people, along with the broadcasters and the sponsors and the different people. You hop in and race. I mean, just my opinion, and my opinion doesn't really matter, but it's my opinion.
Your opinion does matter. This is T&A Shop Talk. That's why I told Corey we need a disclaimer at the beginning that says these are our opinions, and they probably won't agree with Mark Arthur and Blazing Pedals admins.
Oh, Terry, did you say there's a segment called Aaron Bitch Thing or something? Oh, he's bringing it up. He's bringing it up.
Yeah.
Aaron's rant was what it was going to be called last week.
Yeah.
I agree a lot with Aaron.
Oh, I'm gonna find it. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, find that. We want to do an Aaron segment.
Oh man.
Okay, so I was going to call Aaron the Aaron.
TVB says, Amanda, your opinion definitely matters. It doesn't.
Jesus God.
Oh,
So Aaron, we're going to have Aaron's segment called Aaron's Bitch Corner.
Yeah.
So this is we're going to let Aaron vent, and he just kind
Oh,
of did.
Well,
But
his
not
mic's
really.
working this
I'm not-
week because
I'm not
you
venting,
gotta
I'm
plug
yeah.
it in.
Right. Plug and
Corey,
play.
Plug and play. It's plug and play. It's
All right.
easy.
Play.
do you have the
Yeah.
Family Guys? This grinds my gears little segment thing.
No.
That would be perfect. Oh, come on.
I didn't know this was a segment. I'll make a graphic for it.
We'll get you some sound bites too, because you need this one. And then I don't know if that's working or not. But
Yeah, I
Oh,
hear
it's working. All right, Aaron. So, what's it called again, Terry? Aaron's.
Fuck. Hold on.
Aaron's fuck. That doesn't
Perfect,
sound
Aaron.
right to
What
me.
is this?
That's weird.
Aaron's Bitch Corner.
Aaron's Bitch Corner. All right, everybody. Welcome to the world premiere of Aaron's Bitch Corner. Aaron, take it away.
You know what makes me mad? You know what I can't
It's
stand?
Aaron's turn, Terry, to talk. I mean,
Help me.
Terry, it's Aaron's. All right, Aaron, go ahead.
I have nothing to brag about this week. And I've told Terry, if Terry wants to bring this up, I think we're one of the best leagues. I honestly do. I think we are 75% of the way there, and there's some things I think could be better. But that's why part of the reason we have this segment to discuss things. We don't have Mark telling us how we're wrong until he actually comes on.
And we can ignore the comments.
Amanda, it's Aaron's turn to talk.
Mm,
Just slap him,
Yeah.
Amanda.
I am
I'm going to
disagreeing
mute her.
with him.
Hang on. All right, Aaron, so keep going with your rant.
That's it. No, it's going to be something different every week, I'm sure.
Get rid of the 6. He wrote it himself.
Yeah, I love that.
I think the 3 would be okay with that after this past weekend, but
So
No, he apologized. We're fine.
I know. Listen, shit happens.
Oh,
It's racing.
I like Derek. You know, I've raced with him for a while. He's a great racer. I mean, I'm sure I've got caught up in his shit. He's got caught up in mine, but we're totally fine. I respect him as a driver, and he's fast as fuck. So that's why I like to race against him.
So I know exactly why Aaron didn't have a rant tonight.
We had a setup.
That's what I was gonna say.
We still don't have stages or time of day yet, but it
Right. Yeah, let's not do
Are we
that.
racing at night?
You guys up for that, Chris and Rick, a night at Talladega?
Fuck yeah, that'd be awesome.
Turn the headlights on,
be the
boys.
first time.
So the answer is yeah. I mean, I'm pretty much up for anything because
There you go, Aaron. There's a question.
Yep, Aaron. What would fix the other 25% that you don't
brought
like
it
in
up,
this
Aaron.
league?
I think there's a bunch of things that I'm not going to get into right here.
It's Aaron's rant, so keep it going.
No, I don't understand why we're not filling these positions of guys that we know have left. That's part of it. Okay,
What,
good talk.
Jonas?
good talk.
I
think
think
you
I
got
wanted
it all
to
in.
say, so we discussed it earlier. Like, I know there was some questions about my incident points before I joined the league, and some of the stuff is deceiving because, like, not that it was, uncalled for when you look at somebody's incident points and they seem like they're a little too much to join the league. But again, if you're coming out of a lot of officials or something like that, or you had an internet connection and then you ended up last place, but maybe you were section to get like 5th or something, it looks pretty shitty the way you finish and the points. I'd have to say the one thing I'm proud of other than last night is very low incident points, and so some of the stuff can be deceiving with it. So if you're vetting some of the drivers or something, sometimes you got to look past a few things, and like you said, a couple practice races, see how they run and see if they're worth pulling in for those empty slots.
There'd be nobody in the league.
I saw that. I saw what Mark said, and this is why I kind of want to wait till Mark's in here to discuss some of this stuff. It's hard to discuss with Chad, but like Amanda just said, if we're vetting some of these guys, if there's a concern with them, we could have like, and I told Amanda, it's not like honestly that the three of us are the fastest guys on the track, but we can.
Three of us. Yeah, then we got the part-time guy down there.
But we could have a like mentorship type thing. We've all helped Amanda and
Yeah,
helped
that's what you
her
guys
to
are doing with
learn.
me.
Right. And I don't know if something like that would help some of these guys that they want to vet, so to speak. Just
Almost
thought.
like fun races and stuff, middle of the week, like you said, practices, like fun races and stuff, or test races, because if I didn't have the fun races and had to jump right in the league with you guys, I would have straight up told Corey no. Like, I don't know any of them. I don't know how they drive. They don't know how I drive. But the fun races was essentially my vetting part of it. And I felt comfortable. They watched me race a bit and I didn't cause any problems. So they said, okay, we'll let her in. So you just do a couple of those real quick. I would jump in midweek to do some of that stuff and do some of those races, fun races essentially, and see if they're shitheads or not. It's not even, if they're great or not, because I'm not great, but I'm also not a shithead. So see if they're not a shithead and willing to learn.
Did we do that like a season or two ago?
We had a Friday night. We had a Friday night like recruitment league type thing.
Or we get in and race, yeah. I remember that.
It's a tough thing to do.
I heard Saturday night's open now.
What was that, Chris?
I said the recruitment race is on a Friday night. It's a tough thing to do when schedules don't line up. Mark, for instance, he's out driving Friday night. He's not going to make it. So it would fall to some of the other admins. Terry, you are one of those.
I work too.
And you work too. And there you go. I mean, there's two of the admins just like that. Boom, gone. Yeah, can't do it on a Friday night.
Right, I understand that. And like I said, I mean, I know we have people, real life comes up. Before last year, I usually went to Talladega, so I was missing 2 races, but for the most part, my plans are all that from 6:30 on Sunday night till 10 o'clock, I'm going to be here in my rig. I'm going to be raced. But we have some guys that do not make the commitment. That's what I said. Sometimes they come up.
Unless you're sleepy.
Look, when it comes down to it, you guys, so far this season, the numbers have been very good. Better than any other season so far that Rick and I have been a part of anyway. And it's just a matter, look, you got people spending $35 or whatever it is to get into the league. If they don't want to make that commitment, they shouldn't have spent the money. They did. Okay. So let's find out what we have left and race with it. It is what it is. It's just like being at a normal racetrack, our weekly track. This past weekend, we had more cars in every division than any other year. And I promise you, it's not going to end that way. And that's real life racing. This is sim racing. Big difference.
That's why I said, Mark, your Saturday nights are pretty much open now. You guys don't get the joke.
Yeah, we get the joke. NASCAR.
Yeah.
Oh, Terry just got it.
Yeah. What part of tire did you hear me say?
Terry, you need to broadcast our recruitment race this Saturday night.
I work Saturdays too, pal.
No, it's a bummer. So when people I don't know don't show up, or people I'm not a fan of their racing style don't show up, I don't really care. But like, for instance, Hayden, he was one of the first people who actually talked to me during this, jumped in our team speak a few times, made me feel a little comfortable. It was a bummer seeing Hayden not really showing up for a bit. And I'm not sure if he quit or if he's out for a bit. I know he's got school and work and everything, but Hayden was always very nice and chatting. And, he didn't give any pointers or anything, but it was one of the first people who talked to me out of this. And I enjoyed chatting with him. And all of a sudden, I just didn't see him again.
Great. Our team speak's going to be fucking hammered now.
Yeah.
Everybody's
jump in our we need a password for our team speak, Rick and Chris, if you guys could do that.
Easy enough.
Everybody's going to jump in now.
Okay, so we'll
try
just
to talk to Amanda.
We'll just do T&A for a password, okay?
Yeah.
That'll work. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah, do that.
Okay, perfect.
TBV, stay out of our fucking team speak.
He's talking to Michael Falk right now to put on a T&A banner on the back of that car so we can just join anyway.
No, but in all seriousness, though, it was nice because Hayden jumped in. I'm like, who's this kid? He's like, oh, it's Hayden. And we were chatting about him and everything. We became friends on Facebook. I felt a little more comfortable. He was the first person outside of T&A Motorsports that I wasn't nervous racing around. Not even that I knew his racing style, but I actually knew him a little bit just from conversation. And it made me feel a little more welcome to the group.
And that's a good thing.
Yes, Ian, I do.
Yeah, that just proves that he's part of the family, though. You know what I mean? I mean, that's a good thing. But a lot of these drivers we're seeing, you know, they disappear. Like, I know there's one that I saw that I'm not going to name any names, but, you know, we haven't seen him on track in forever, but he's going to be here, you know, definitely for Talladega. And it's like, well, where were you for all the other races? I mean, I understand that a lot of these guys are young. You know, you got Blake Decker who's out there. He's, you know, running a dirt track car right now. So he's kind of busy. You got Marky Smith who kind of just disappeared. He's working on his race car, doing his thing. I mean, that's just part of, you know, an online family, gaming community, whatever you want to call it. But, you know, some of these guys, they're just using, you know, this driver, he's going to show up for Talladega, but then we won't see him for the rest of the season.
So, yeah, that's true.
And on the other side of it, racing in the summertime, you know, I have a hard time committing to anything. And I just found out that at some point, and Mark, I'm going to have to talk to you about this. At some point, my driver and I are going down to Martinsville. So we're going to be racing at Martinsville.
Nice.
Guys, I ain't going to be here that weekend. You can race all you want to, but there's going to be no broadcast because I'm not going to say no to that opportunity. It's going to be a hell of a good time, and we're going to be going fast compared to what we do up here normally.
And not on pit road either.
Yeah. No, yeah. Not on pit road, Aaron.
Is it going to be during the Charlotte race?
One race? Come on.
Can we mention that Corey sped on pit road last night? Is anybody going to bring that up?
It was under caution, so I just went to the end. It wasn't no big deal.
It doesn't matter. It still happened.
I didn't even finish the race,
at the end
so
of the day,
it doesn't matter. Yeah. Well, Sam broadcast it.
Maybe.
Sam does have a great radio voice. He really does.
Yeah, because you ever
that's
see
like
his
all
face?
of us, you know. We have a face for radio.
Yeah, Sam definitely has a face for radio.
But you know,
yeah, we'll have Sam and Mark do it.
Cool. I can give Sam all of my files in a heartbeat. He has most of them anyway. No problem. We could do that. But I'm not going to miss Martinsville.
Ian, talking about your comment, I was talking to Aaron about it earlier, and again, throwing a shout out to Dalton. Really love the pit parties and the extra ones that we're doing, but the restarts, I'm shifting better, getting the actual restart going, but getting up to speed on that first lap. I'm still worried about spinning out or running the first turns too hard. The first lap on the restarts, I still absolutely detest.
There you go, Sam and Rick, the new killer combo right there.
I was thinking about Sam and Terry and putting Rick in the 86.
Well, the 86 has never gone so fast.
Funny as hell.
Oh, fuck.
Terry, you don't know where you're at right now.
I'm already jump out, actually.
Before I commit to that, I want to know what track we're on. Because if we're at New Hampshire, I'm not around either.
Well, I'm not going to be here for that, so neither of us are. If we're going to Daytona night race.
Michael, if you want a third, you want to be in a broadcast, we can make that happen anytime you want. I'll be happy to have you come on board. We'll show you what it's like to be on the back end.
It's a great time, man. You won't be disappointed.
It's great. Michael Falk Racing Designs. Check them out on Facebook. They sponsored the race last night. I got the shirt. Me and him got some big shit going on starting the store. So definitely that'll be probably within a month we get that going. I got a lot of big shit I gotta finish up, and then I'm gonna start working on that, and then getting all the UI Racers, you guys want a merch store? Get a hold of me.
I hope I sent I sent a guy away from the shop the other day, Corey, with your card. His name is
Nice.
Ross. I'm hoping he gets in touch with you. He's looking for some t-shirts.
Hell yeah.
That's cool.
At my shop, I have a board with all kinds of cards on it. Corey's cards are on my board.
I'm gonna send you the good cards that I made, full brochures. I'm gonna send some down to you.
Send them.
It'd be over, but okay.
Yeah, Mark, I gotta figure out the mess around with the settings with my Pimax. I got it at 144 hertz right now, or whatever the fuck they call it. So, but when I put on the webcam, it drops it down and kills my frame rate. So I think I gotta lower it. And then, what are you looking at?
Martinsville on the schedule.
No,
No, real
no, not for
Martinsville.
us.
Not
We're
for
talking
you
about real
guys.
life.
It's a real race, son.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm talking about real life shit.
Yeah. and
Focus,
Mark,
Terry.
I'm not sure
Focus,
yet
Terry.
what weekend it is, Mark, but I'll definitely be in touch because can't miss out. Apparently, we're going to be going to all kinds of tracks this year. So
What kind
my
of
driver,
car does he drive?
normally he drives in a division that's pretty unique to the Northeast. It's called the Flying Tigers. So it's the old Chevy chassis with a crate motor, and they produce about 350 horsepower. So that's one car that he has, and we're also going to be. I don't know how I'm going to do this, boys and girl. He's also going to be starting up a late model car for this year. So that's another chassis that has to be built. It's another body that has to be done. And I was going to be racing this year, but I don't think I'm going to have time.
I mean, come on, your freaking roll cage is still sitting in the corner.
I know.
You're a crew chief in them?
Yeah.
Nice.
I've been working on cars for a long time. So I know it well. He and I used to work together at a dealership, so we know how each other work. And yeah.
That's
You want to
awesome.
talk about fun?
Oh,
He's
that's
fun.
cool. You get to do that, man.
So
Yeah,
two,
that's cool.
yeah,
So,
it's a lot of fun. And here's what we did 2 weekends ago. So 3 weeks ago, he actually raced in Loudon in New Hampshire, and it was with the car that we used yesterday. So New Hampshire, of course, is a mile long, totally different rule set, different exhaust, different springs, different everything, different transmission. So 2 weeks ago, he goes, okay, we need to get ready for Thunder Road, which is our local track. The nation's site of excitement, by the way. If you guys have never seen it, you got to come to Vermont. Anyway, he comes to the shop 9:00 in the morning. We replace the headers, the exhaust, the transmission, the rear end, the springs. And we left at 4:30 in the afternoon. I mean, quick day, and a lot of work got done. But that's one race car changing from one rule set to another. Now we got we got 2 more chassis for the Tiger division, which he runs normally, and we have possibly a late model coming.
nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Bring an extra car. Yeah. Mark, if I could get away with that,
Does it have
Ian.
to be-
Yeah, they're cheap, right?
Ian saying Thunder Road is awesome. Have you been up here, bud?
Oh, they had to drive from Canada through Vermont to get to North Carolina.
You don't have to
Florida,
go
that-
through Vermont to go down south.
You pretty much.
Oh my gosh. Yes, it's the only border state.
The only good one.
That's true. Yeah, so
That's
I want
an
to.
awesome thing that you're doing there, crew chief, and for that and getting the opportunity to go to Martinsville.
well, like I
When we-
said last week when I was on, if it wasn't for Rick, I don't know how the hell I'd be broadcasting because I've got so much on my plate. I don't even know where I am half the time right now.
Yeah, you're saying he sets up your whole computer for you, and you just roll in,
Yep.
change a couple graphics, and you're ready to go.
That's it.
So when you bringing that car to Eldora?
Eldora? No.
That's a dirt track, bro.
Yeah, he runs
Oh.
the asphalt, Terry.
Fuck that.
Martinsville's an asphalt track.
We like our
So, you know
equipment
what?
too
So
much.
was Bristol at one time.
See, now
Not after a leaf blower.
Yeah.
dirt track guys always say asphalt's to get to the real racing. Well, up here in Vermont, it's totally different. You have to take all the dirt roads to get to the asphalt track.
That's right.
Hey, we got. I think it's a half mile. It's for sale right down the road from us. I think 1.2 million. So you can buy that up.
That's for Speedway.
Well, I'm gonna need some time. Got to come up with the funds. I would love to own a track. I would love to. I could do this full time.
Tell Mark you need more money.
Yeah, Mark. I'm willing to race. I'm willing to broadcast next season, but it's going to take $1.2 million.
So we're gonna start
front.
a fans only page or OnlyFans, where the fuck they call it, for Amanda. We want to buy a racetrack. It's right down the road.
So TBB's gonna be only.
Yeah, he needs fucking 15 jobs now.
TVB's like, I would race this weekend, guys, but I'm working job number 7.
Then he's gonna come work at the track. So we can't afford to pay anybody.
Ian, if you want to go to Thunder Road, you tell your dad, get you a plane ticket. We'll get you out there.
Hell yeah, that'd be fun.
Did you just open a beer, Chris?
No, would I do that?
Well, ladies, I am getting out of here.
All right, Terry, you guys want to end this? You guys good?
Well, just like last night, Terry's coming in first somewhere.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I got to get ready to head to work myself.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
Work.
I know he's gotta get out. All right, so we'll end this now. We've been going. Let's see. Oh, now we're 42. That's good enough for
Yeah,
everybody.
Like close to the other week.
Oh yeah, it was 2 hours and 40. We ain't doing that again. I had to fucking sheet a roof after that, and I was not feeling good.
I don't understand. I went to work and I was fine.
I was I think I was still a little drunk the next morning. The hangover hit about 10 o'clock, and I had some McDonald's. By 11, I was fine.
All right.
So let's give some big shout outs. John Perkins, thanks for being here. Derek Paulson, Ian Habiak, Mark Arthur. Who we got out there? Michael Falk, thank you, man, for showing up tonight. Everybody, thanks for showing up again. Tanner
Yeah,
Moore
Derek
is
Paulson.
looking to. Oh, I forgot about. Well, I wasn't going to mention him, man.
He was. I don't know how he showed up in chat. I thought they banned him.
I know. So you guys, again, if you're watching this now or later on this week, Tanner Moore is looking to do a race Sunday for Mother's Day again. Remember, it's Mother's Day, everybody. So hit up Tanner Moore, see what he's got planned going on, and maybe some of us will be on the track next Sunday. So with that, I am done.
And then next week we should have Dalton in.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Oh my God,
no,
Terry!
next week. Next week we should have Dalton in if everything is okay with him. After that we got Derek Paulson, but we always got Rick and Chris on standby. We just message those guys and they'll just hop in whenever. So,
Hell
but
yeah.
we definitely got to schedule event with you guys. Both of you come in for the whole thing, schedule it, and
Let's do another drinking night.
yeah, we gotta do another drinking. Wait till my work slows down a little bit, and then we'll definitely schedule a drinking night. Rick, you gonna
Rick's
keep
like,
up with him?
No head starts either.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to set everything up, and he's already 3 beers deep. He's shaking them at me. I'm like, I'm trying to get clips.
You see, I've been a friend of Chris now for what, Chris? It's been almost 20 years now
Yeah.
since I've known you, man. And
Sorry.
He said, I'm sorry.
I've seen the best and the worst of Chris, and I don't want no part of that. I tried that once, and it didn't work. Although Daytona was fun driving it backwards. Well, Chris was driving it backwards. Everybody else was going forward.
Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
Yeah, right? Come on, I lost the draft, so I'm trying to catch up to you guys.
You spin that sucker around, you'll get it the other way. It's fine.
I mean, thankfully, it wasn't an iRacing because we've been kicked out, but we've done some pretty stupid stuff with iRacing too, running a league. I mean, one night everybody was just kind of mad, but Chris had a few too many, and he's like, you know what, we're running this whole race. We're doing this next Sunday. We're running the whole race in reverse, and we did. We did like 100 some odd laps in reverse.
It was a fun race.
It was
a fun race. And Mark, I don't know the name of it. I'll have to ask him. But yeah, I've came up with some pretty cool rules over the time. You'd have to start the race in reverse by the time, and you can't cross over until you cross the start finish line. Then you spin it around, do the rest of the race right up to the last lap, and then you spin it around, do the last lap in reverse too.
Well, thanks for filling in, guys. Tim couldn't make it tonight. He was busy packaging up cart parts because
here, just, for my other. It's not gonna. There we go. My other sponsor. Where do I got to go with this thing?
There you go. Yeah, Tim's packaged up cart parts. Big cart season coming up. So thank you guys for filling in and jumping in. This was a last minute thing. Thanks for Terry and Aaron joining us as always. Amanda,
Aaron, congratulations, man.
Yeah. Carrying that T&A banner. Check out Michael Falk Racing Designs. There's gonna be a lot of cool shit coming soon for Savage Edge and MF Racing Design. So can't wait to see what we can do with that, because he said he can't wait to start doing t-shirts. So I can't wait to see the designs he's gonna run, because I'm gonna probably wear all of them because he does awesome designs for that. So thanks everybody, and we'll see you guys next week for Shop Talk. We're gonna have Dalton in here hopefully, and we're an off week, so no broadcast this week. And then after that it's Talladega. Then we got Derek Paulson. I said he said hopefully he doesn't crash me. I said if you do, then you're taking out the whole field with you. So that should be fun. But like I said, thanks for all the Blazing Pedals family for joining in the chat, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.